Hello. This is the chap who normally comes on at the start of these podcasts, this time affecting a simply dreadful British accent, for if I don't miss my guess, you're listening to this as part of The Rack, the Icebox Radio Theatre's new podcast of fantasy and science fiction. And nothing says fantasy quite so much as an American actor attempting to sound like something he's not. Now, we love all of our listeners, of course, but we especially love those who have stepped through the velvet ropes to become a listening supporter. Castles and spaceships are quite inexpensive to render here in the world of audio, but petrol money for actors as well as new microphones and equipment are somewhat less so. So we continue to depend on you, the wonderful listener, to help us continue to bring these stories to the world. Simply go to our website, that's iceboxradio.org, and look for the word support across the top of the page there. On that page, you can learn all about our Patreon, you can learn about our membership program, or even just how to drop a $5 in the post. We're not picky. We just appreciate whatever kind attention you and your checkbook may be able to offer us. And now, since brevity be the soul of wit, I yield for this evening's presentation. You are driving in a dark forest, the pine boughs heavy with snow. At the end of a long dirt track road, you arrive at your destination. It's a small, weather-beaten motel called Toujours Gelée. It's not much to look at, really. Just a single weather-beaten shack surrounded by a half-dozen equally run-down cabins. Out back, there's a dingy fishing dock right next to the spaceport. And a few picnic tables for cleaning fish conveniently placed right next to the time portal. So it's easy to dispose of the chum. Come up to the office now. Let the bear in the tuxedo take your bags. Ask the time-traveling Viking at the concierge desk if you have any questions, and then step up to the main desk to meet the owner, Old Pierre.
Hello, and welcome to Toujours Gelée Motel. Looking for something to do? We have all kinds of tourist information right over here. I invite you to select a brochure from The Rack.
Icebox Radio Theater is on the air.
International Falls, Minnesota. It's my favorite.
From out of the north comes a legend, a fighter for truth, justice, and the purple and gold army. Drop that fishing line through the ice and get ready for that frozen voyager of justice. Dome Dog! Tonight's episode, Football Hero. When last we left Dome Dog, the villainous Wisconsinite the Packerbacker had escaped from jail and disappeared. Now, several months later, the vile cheese fiend's absence has brought a welcome respite to our purple hero, and given his best girl and new partner Lily, now working under the alias of Mustard Girl, a chance to learn more of her amazing superpowers gained in an unfortunate cheese-related accident.
Lily, are you here? Oh, where'd she go?
Boo!
Ah, where did you come from?
I was the credenza.
That's amazing. I never noticed.
I imagine you'd be able to tell if you looked closely, but...
I can't believe how far you've come in just 4 short months.
Yeah, well, I was hoping that maybe...
A credenza, that's
Yeah, but I really wanted to talk
amazing.
Because I'd really like to...
It's incredibly amazing.
Harley.
What?
Listen to me a second. We have to talk.
Yeah, well, there's that thing and
no more excuses. We have to talk about me joining you on patrol. I think I have sufficient control over my powers to stay safe. And even if I don't have the crime-fighting experience you have, 2 heroes has to be better than 1.
Be reasonable, Lily. I almost lost you once, and it almost killed me.
We agreed that I could join you.
Well, eventually.
Eventually. It's time, Harley. I mean, it's not like the Packerbacker is still out there, threatening the city we both love with his nefarious cheese-based crime sprees. All you've handled for the past 2 months is the run-of-the-mill criminals.
Exactly. You're not needed.
That's why it's so perfect for me to start training with you now. If we wait until the Packerbacker returns, I'll never be ready.
Oh, we shouldn't talk about it now. The Viking season opener is today. We both should relax and just enjoy the game.
Relax? We have to appear in costume, remember? Otherwise, people could trace our season tickets to our real identities.
Okay, we'll go in costume. But if any trouble happens, I want you in the background.
What could happen? It's a Vikings game.
So Lily and Harley, now dressed as their crime-fighting alter egos Dome Dog and Mustard Girl, descend along with the rest of the Purple and Gold Army on the Minneapolis Metrodome for the first Vikings game of the season.
Hey, that was great. Do it again, Dome Dog.
No, I shouldn't.
Yeah, do it again.
Oh, come on.
Come on, dude.
I think you better do it, Dome Dog.
Do what?
You know what? They want you to predict the next play. It's your most popular superpower.
I don't know. It feels like cheating.
It's not cheating so long as you're here and the coaching staff is down there. Why are you playing dumb?
I don't like all this attention. When I come to the game, I just want to be a fan like anybody else.
This from a man in purple tights and a mask?
Yes, exactly.
Well, looking around at all the other costumes in this section, I'd say you have a point.
Meanwhile, on the Vikings sideline below...
I can't believe it. 21-0, we're losing, and it's only the second quarter.
It was that lousy preseason, boss. The league makes us play a bunch of games that don't count, but man, do the injuries come down real.
Don't tell me, you idiot. I know all about our injuries. If the owner could free up a little cash, we could get some quality people on this bench.
What are we gonna do? Ball players don't just grow on trees, you know?
Meanwhile, back in the stands...
Oh boy, the team is sure struggling this year.
I'll say, that preseason was a killer for injuries.
Hey, Dome Dog.
Oh no, here comes another one.
Relax, Dome Dog. They're just fans.
They should be Viking fans, not Dome Dog fans.
Hey, Dome Dog, predict the next play, huh?
I can't do that, citizen. It might endanger the status of our favorite team. If the league found out, I can do that.
Well, come on, you're supposed to see some kind of superhero. Let's see you do something super.
Hey, watch it! You're standing too close to the edge of the concourse.
Yeah, catch me, Dome Dog. I'll fall without you.
Whoa!
With lightning speed, our purple hero shot to the edge of the concourse and made a mad grab for the unfortunately overconfident Viking fan. At the last second, the purple-clad warrior for justice grabbed the partisan's ankles, barely keeping him from plunging to his death.
Whoa, I'm falling!
No, you're not.
No, I'm not, but I really wish I hadn't had that last plate of nachos.
Nearby, a quick-thinking cameraman trained his lens on the scene, and in another instant, Dome Dog's heroics were being broadcast to the Jumbotron for the entire stadium to see. The assembled faithful, with little to cheer about thus far that day, lustily applauded our hero's spontaneous actions which did not escape the notice of the Vikings coaching staff below.
Hey, coach, check out that Dome Dog guy.
Keep your eyes on the game. There ain't nothing in the stands we need to be concerned about.
You sure, coach? I mean, look at that guy. He snatched up that drunk with one hand. He has to be terrifically strong.
Don't waste your time, okay? We got enough to worry about without thinking about freaky goofballs in purple tights.
Little did the coach know that his words were no more accurate than his play calling on this day. For we jump forward in time a few hours to the post-game press conference, a usually painful experience for our coach, made all the more so this Sunday by the single-minded focus of the entire Twin Cities press corps.
Coach, what about that Dome Dog character?
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a rumor you're going to start him at fullback.
That's ridiculous.
So it's linebacker then. You want him to play defense?
I don't want him at all. As far as I'm concerned, Dome Dog is just a fan in a costume like a couple hundred other types that come to every game.
But coach, a team with all these problems surely could use some new muscle in the lineup. Even if he's never played it down in his life, Dome Dog is more than up to the task of playing in the NFL.
You don't know that.
So you don't plan to sign Dome Dog at this time?
Not at this time, not at the next time, not any other time. We ain't signing no costume freak, ever.
Meanwhile, in the back of the throng of reporters, an evil character holding a fake reporter's notebook and wearing a pair of Clark Kent glasses surveys the scene with a bemused and intense interest.
I must say, I was initially reluctant to mix with the great unwashed at something as primitive as a football game, but impersonating a reporter is kind of fun, and these adverb-slinging sycophants may have a point. Any team, including the lowly Vikings, could surely use a superhero on its roster, and if Dome Dog were busy catching punts, I would have ample opportunity to find a new prey.
The mysterious faux reporter slipped out of the locker room and made his way up to the ring of luxury boxes that overlook the now deserted playing surface of the Metrodome. There, a lone figure sat nursing a drink and thinking about the game that had just played out before his eyes.
What are we gonna do?
Knock, knock. Anybody home?
What? What do you... Hey, don't I know you?
Probably. We run in the same circles.
Oh, yeah, I remember now. You're at Melinda Winifred's cocktail party to benefit Toys for Tots.
Come, my good chap. We both know what was really going on at that party.
We do?
Buying, selling, the art of the deal. The constant and ever-present cycle of life on the very apex of humanity, where the rich and powerful decide the fates of the poor and lowly.
Wait, I remember you now. You're that crazy guy talking about buying all the parklands back from the state.
And why not? Such prime hunting land under the boots of the bourgeois. My stomach turns just to think of it. Minnesota will never be the state it should be until the sons of the men that built it rise up and claim their inheritance. It's time for anyone not of the proper class to be sequestered in a few humane housing centers so that the rest of us can enjoy our hunting in peace.
That's crazy. Leave hunting just to the rich? That's not what Minnesota's all about.
I should have known. A man who'd squander his fortune on the opiate of the masses could not understand. Here's what we're going to do, you and I. You're going to take me on as a silent partner.
I don't need any partner, leastwise a crazy one.
The press thinks you're strapped for cash. I think they're probably right. Shall we start at $2 million?
What? That can't be $2 million.
Very large bills. I have no fear of carrying them, because I also carry this. Now, how about $10 million?
Well, now, wait a minute.
$50 million?
Look, you can't just come in here and...
$100 million.
Nobody can carry $100 million in cash. It's physically impossible.
The nouveau riche are so amusing sometimes. Behold! An interdimensional wallet. My father's invention.
It glows.
Yes, it does. And since it can also change the molecular makeup of cash, it allows me to hold a rather hefty amount on my person. Now, my offer.
Well, let's hear it.
Good. You'll appreciate this offer, my friend. It will make your Vikings the talk of the league.
Oh, that's my end. I mean, what do you expect to buy for your $100 million?
Your son is the district attorney, is he not?
Yes.
Then we have much to talk about, my friend. Much.
Who is this mysterious stranger with an eye on the Vikings owner and his son's lofty political position? What are his plans for the great state of Minnesota once his undoubtedly evil scheme comes to flower? And what does it all have to do with our purple-clad hero? Tune in next time to find out on... Dome Dog! Dome Dog Issue 2, The Rise of the Hunter, was written by Jeffrey Adams based on characters created by Harley Droba. Our talented cast included Justin Kapla, Jim Yunt, Jeffrey Adams, Aela Mackintosh as Mustard Girl, and Harley Droba as Dome Dog. Dome Dog and the Icebox Radio Theater are not affiliated with the Minnesota Vikings or the National Football League. This program copyright 2009 by the Icebox Radio Theater, all rights reserved. Visit them on the web at iceboxradio.org. The Icebox Radio Podcast will be back right after this. From out of the north comes a legend, a fighter for truth, justice, and the Purple and Gold Army. Turn off your targeting computers. It's time to trust the Force and listen to Dome Dog! Tonight's episode, Danger, Free Agent, Danger. When last we left our story, Dome Dog's inspiration, the mighty Vikings football team, were looking ahead to a long, difficult season, most of their best players out with injuries. Rumors swirl around our caped wrecking crew of justice that he might be the solution to the Vikings' on-field woes. Hearing this, the mysterious and deadly Hunter, a man surely up to no good, used his power and influence to manipulate the team owner. For what purpose, no one can say. Now, a day later, in the Northland coffee shop that Dome Dog's alter ego Harley Dunbar calls home...
Hi, Harley.
Hey, Lily. Your usual?
No, I'm trying to stay away from the mocha lattes. They don't seem to agree with me since,
Oh, you're right. I suppose since your accident, some things were bound to change.
It's funny, though. I never liked broccoli before. Now nothing tastes better.
Well, I could throw some into the smoothie if you'd like.
That's okay. Maybe later.
Hello?
Hello, Dunbar. Harley Dunbar.
This is Harley.
Oh, thank goodness. I've been trying to get a hold of you all day. Dunbar, this is the owner of the Vikings.
Oh, did my season ticket request go through? Am I in section 101?
What? No, listen to me a second, Dunbar. I've been trying to get a hold of Dome Dog all day, but nobody knows how to contact him. I've had my whole staff searching all morning, and every trail leads to you.
It does? Dome Dog? I don't know who that... I mean, I know who it is, but I couldn't possibly know...
Who is it, Harley?
Shh! It's the Vikings owner.
Oh, did our ticket request come through?
Dunbar, I'll make you a deal. If you can get a message to Dome Dog, I'll see what I can do about your season tickets. How does that sound?
Well, yeah, it sounds great.
So you can get a message to Dome Dog?
Well, yeah, sure.
Can you or can't you, Dunbar?
Let me put it this way. If you tell me the message, I guarantee Dome Dog will hear it.
All right. Tell him that if he can be at our practice facility tomorrow at 10 a.m., we'd like very much to run him through some tests.
Some tests?
Yeah, you know, punt, pass, 40-yard dash, the usual stuff.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that you really are interested in him?
Harley, you tell Dome Dog that if he's half the man on the field he is in the stands, he won't be wearing a purple mask for long. He'll be wearing a purple helmet.
Oh.
Harley, are you okay?
I'm better than okay. I'm a Viking.
And so the next morning, a figure clad in purple tights appeared at the Vikings practice facility, looking nervous but confident for the task that lay in store.
Now, this is a closed practice, Dome Dog, so don't worry about your secret identity or anything.
This is crazy. The guy's a fan.
You're the one who said he needed players. I'm saying just give him a tryout.
It's a publicity stunt.
Would it hurt you to humor me since I sign your paychecks and everything?
Fine. All right, kid. What can you do?
I can run.
All right. Let's get a time on you. See those cones down there?
You mean these here?
Yeah. That's the 40-yard dash. When I say go, you run back to this line.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Did you say run back to this line?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Ready when you are, Coach.
Right. Mark, set, go.
How's my time?
Okay, I didn't actually have time to start the watch, so let's just write down 4 seconds and be done with it.
Hey, that's a great time, isn't it?
Yeah, 4 seconds is awesome.
Wow, this is fun.
And so it went for our purple hero on the gridiron practice field. Dome Dog threw. Dome Dog ran. And Dome Dog discovered that his superpowers were uniquely suited for the great sport of football. Later, when the team came on the field to begin their workouts for the day...
All right, gentlemen, this is, we'll call you Dee Dee, all right?
Sure, I'm just happy to be getting a tryout.
Tryout, sure. All right, guys, we're going to run some reps with Dee Dee at tailback just to see what he can do. We'll start it simple. Slash, right, 3, 2, 3, echo on 2. Break.
Coach, what do I do?
They're going to hand you the ball, genius. You run off the left tackle.
Okay. A 1, a 2, hike! How'd I do, Coach?
That's fine, Dome Dog. Fine.
Did I score a touchdown?
Yeah, you did. Now, do me a favor and go get the trainer. Tell him we're going to need some stretchers.
And so it went for the Vikings and Dome Dog that day. Great athletes though they were, the men of professional football were no match for our hero's super strength, lightning speed, and ability to see into the future. With the promise of more glory to come, the coach of the Vikings dismissed Dome Dog, who, after changing back into mild-mannered barista Harley Dunbar, sped home to his best girl Lily to relive his football fantasy come true.
You wouldn't believe it, Lily. I was the best guy on the field.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'd run the ball and he couldn't catch me, and then I'd go tackle a guy and he'd be on the ground before he could even get started.
Yeah.
It's more than I ever dreamed for. Me in pro football. What's wrong? You don't seem very happy.
Happy? How can I be happy? You were fighting crime, Harley. You were doing something important. Now look at you.
Oh, pro football's important.
You're going to give it all up to join the Vikings.
I'm not going to give up crime fighting. That wouldn't be smart, and it wouldn't be fair to the city.
Fair? Fair? What does this have to do with fair? You're a superhero, Harley, and they want you to play against regular players.
Well, yeah, for the Vikings.
Has it ever occurred to you that maybe that's not very fair for the rest of the teams?
Well, it's the Vikings, Lily. The Vikings.
Ugh, I give up. You have been given a gift, Harley. Many gifts. So have I. I really believed that we were
going to be a team. We are, Lily. There's still a lot of trouble in the Twin Cities, and football won't take all of my time. When you get talking about getting gifts, well, that's how I feel about playing for the Vikings. You haven't been a superhero for a year like I have. You don't know how much pressure, how much responsibility there is. Police questioning me, maniacs trying to kill me, to kill you. Sometimes I wondered if it was all worth it. And now, with this happening?
It was like a reward?
That's right. It's like being rewarded.
Is that why you did all this, Harley? To be rewarded?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, that's what worries me.
While Harley and Lily talked long into the night, another conversation was taking place in the palatial penthouse overlooking the Metrodome. There, the Vikings team owner entertained a shadowy figure whose smile was anything but encouraging.
This'll never work.
Don't be ridiculous. You saw him on that field today.
That's not what I mean. Yeah, okay, he's the greatest we've ever seen, but the league will never let him play.
Is it against the rules?
It doesn't need to be against the rules. Look, to play in this league, you need to get approval, a certificate. They won't give Dome Dog approval. He'd mow down the opposition.
Perhaps you underestimate the committee. After all, this is still show business, and Dome Dog will put on quite a show.
No, you don't understand these guys. They're all about rules and regulations. They would... What? Why are you laughing like that?
You worry too much, my friend. The league committee has been taken care of.
What, that magic wallet of yours again?
That. And this.
What? Where did that come from?
Another little trick I picked up over the years. I can conceal any weapon. I walked right into the committee meeting with this rifle.
You what? What did you do?
Nothing, I assure you. I simply explained to the gentlemen of the committee that it would be better for football if Dome Dog was allowed to play.
Explain how? I don't want anyone hurt.
Hurt? Hurt? I don't hurt anyone. Not with this rifle. It's the best money can buy, and I am the most adept at using it in the world. I hit what I aim for. For example, the button on the cuff of your jacket.
Hey, careful.
The drink resting on the arm of your chair.
No, wait a minute.
Even that stray hair above your left ear.
No, please, I beg you.
Don't squirm. I don't like to miss. You see? Perfectly safe.
What did you do to the committee?
I gave them a demonstration similar to the one I just gave you. Then I offered them $1 million each.
You mean a bribe?
Such an ugly word. I prefer to think of it as a purchase.
Why are you doing this?
Because if the unwashed masses are paying attention to Dome Dog, and Dome Dog is soaking up their love like the fame-hungry attention-grabber that he is, he won't be paying attention to the city. An enterprising fellow could do, well, just about anything.
What does the mysterious hunter have planned? Will Dome Dog realize the danger in time? Will the Vikings finally get back to the Super Bowl? Find out the answer to these and many more questions next time on Dome Dog! Dome Dog Issue 2, The Rise of the Hunter, was written by Jeffrey Adams based on characters created by Harley Droba. Our talented cast included Justin Kapla, Jim Yunt, Jeffrey Adams, Aela Mackintosh as Mustard Girl, and Harley Droba as Dome Dog. Dome Dog and the Icebox Radio Theater are not affiliated with the Minnesota Vikings or the National Football League. This program copyright 2009 by the Icebox Radio Theater, all rights reserved. Visit them on the web at iceboxradio.org. From out of the north comes a legend, a fighter for truth, justice, and the Purple and Gold Army. Check for ticks and make sure that campfire is completely out. It's time for that frozen voyager of justice, Dome Dog! Tonight's episode, Rookie of the Year. When last we left our purple hero, Dome Dog, a man blessed with the superpowers as a result of a record-breaking hot dog binge, finds himself a player on the team he had idolized his entire life. The Vikings have offered Dome Dog a contract, and overwhelmed with joy he has accepted, much to the dismay of his best girl and crime-fighting partner Lily. But unknown to our heroes, a sinister figure known as the Hunter has been working in the background, not to thwart Dome Dog's attempts at gridiron glory, but to make them all come true. For what purpose is unknown. Now, 2 weeks later, a nervous Dome Dog lines up on the sidelines of the Metrodome ready to play his first down with his childhood idols.
All right, Dome Dog, you ready to go?
I don't know. I'm so nervous.
Don't be stupid. You're the best guy out there.
But the plays, Coach, they're all so complicated.
We don't have plays for you, Dome Dog. Now get in there. The quarterback will hand you the ball, and you run with it.
Don't you want me to go through a particular hole?
Sure, why not? It'll make the other guys feel like they're doing something. Get going.
All right, sports fans, here's the moment we've been waiting for. Dome Dog comes into the game at tailback for the this young man, and of course we've seen what he can do against super criminals, but it remains to be seen whether he can play the great game of pro football. Okay, Viking ball 1st and 10 on their own 32. Cardinals stack the box behind a 4-man front. They look to be preventing the run. Probably figure the Vikings are going to run something pretty simple the first time for Dome Dog. Vikes line up in the eye. We're ready to go. Here's the snap. Hands to Dome Dog. He hesitates, looking for an opening. And what? No, he's in the end zone. Dome Dog was in the backfield one moment, and then the next moment he was in the end zone. He's waving up the field to the officials who haven't even spotted him yet. And there it is, the signal for touchdown. Everyone's looking around trying to figure out what just happened, but apparently Dome Dog ran off a 68-yard TD without being seen. Amazing. Dome Dog in on defense now. There's the snap. And he pushes the whole line out of the way, tackles the Cardinal quarterback for a 3-yard loss. That's the 10th straight play from scrimmage. The Cardinals have failed to make positive yardage. Second quarter now, Dome Dog putting on a clinic. It's already Vikings 35, Cardinals nothing. The Vikes have been running the same play over and over because, frankly, sports fans, the Cardinals can't stop it. There's the snap, and the Dome Dog, and a touchdown. That's 480 yards and 6 touchdowns for Dome Dog this half. And between you and me, sports fans, I'm kind of hoping the superhero sees a little bench time in the second half so the rest of us can watch some football. Ooh, doctor! While the fans of Minnesota look on the game with delight, one season ticket holder stands on a rooftop outside the Metrodome, gazing at the peaceful city, a determined frown on her brow.
Well, I guess it's up to me now. Well, I'm glad the Vikings play on Sunday, so things will be reasonably quiet out here. I didn't expect to have to do this first patrol without him. Wait! What is that? That's an explosion! And there's smoke coming from the First Savings and Loan. No time to waste. I guess I have to test that thing I've been working on. Ah!
With only a moment's hesitation, the one super crime fighter on duty this day, the shape-shifting wonder Mustard Girl, flung herself off the building and transformed into a glider, careening dangerously close to the skyscrapers of the northern metropolis as she sped towards trouble ahead.
Whoa! Oh, that was close. I'm holding it together. I'll just have to avoid the street lights. Oh, at least it's not a lot of damage. Keep flying, Lily. Just keep it in the air for another 2 blocks.
Meanwhile, beyond the blasted outdoor of the First Trust Savings and Loan...
Move quickly, my minions. This is a lot of cash to get out of here in a very short period of time.
What are you worried about, boss? Dome Dog is tied up at the Vikings game.
Silence! Oh, quiet, you whiner. That was just a flesh wound. But let it be a warning to the rest of you. You were selected for your brawn, not your conversation skills. Do not speak unless spoken to.
Well, you're speaking to us now. Does that mean... all right, I get it. It's a hang glider.
Idiot, it's a woman.
It's a hang glider and a woman. Fine, I'll shut up.
What is this? Who are you?
Wait a minute. There. I am Mustard Girl, the shape-shifting wonder of the North, and you are under citizen's arrest.
Citizen's arrest? How retro. But I think you overestimate your abilities, Mustard Girl. I have a variety of deadly firearms and a pack of muscular minions, whereas you seem to have the ability to change yourself into a recreational aircraft.
Oh, dear. Whatever am I going to do about that?
Hey, where'd she go?
What the? There. That yellowish puddle.
Wow, it moves fast.
Stop her.
How?
I don't know. Get a bucket.
Peekaboo.
What? Where did you... that hurts.
Where'd she go? She was right here.
I don't know. She's in one spot one moment, then she just disappears.
She's a shapeshifter, idiot. She doesn't disappear. She just turns into something else.
What is she now?
I don't know. She could be anything.
This stack of money, for example.
Yes, this stack. Hey!
Boss, you shot the money.
Plenty more where that came from. Besides, we're going about this all wrong. If I don't miss my guess, this liquid lady fancies herself a superhero, and superheroes always have an exaggerated sense of justice and fairness. That minion over there, what's his name?
That's George, I think.
Are you watching, liquid lady? Hey, George!
Oh! What the?
Silence! Or you're next.
You just shot him!
When you work for me, you're my property. I needed him to die, because otherwise, how are we going to get this little girl to come out and play? You see that? I shot one of my own henchmen, and I've got my rifle trained on another. Come out right now, or he dies.
You dirty, rotten...
Quiet. You have no right whatsoever to speak to me that way. Are you there, little girl? I might just shoot him to be on the safe side.
Don't shoot. I'm here.
There, that wasn't so hard, was it? Stand over here.
You monster. You shot a man like he was a pest.
An apt analogy. I am within my rights as a gun owner to shoot pests, and I'm taking aim at one right now.
Trapped by her need for justice, Mustard Girl froze to the spot, knowing that though she could easily shapeshift and make her own escape, doing so would undoubtedly lead to the death of another henchman, or more. Meanwhile, back in the Metrodome...
I can't believe it, Coach. This is the greatest day of my life.
Yeah, well, take a rest, Dome Dog. I think 75-0 in the third quarter is a lead we can handle.
Wow, me playing for the Vikings? We're winning!
Yeah.
Well, is something wrong, Coach?
Nothing at all, Dome Dog. Nothing at all. Why don't you, go hit the showers?
Still dazed with the happiness of his boyhood dream come true, Dome Dog trotted easily back into the locker room to soak up the glory that was his. The palatial quarters had all the modern conveniences, including several big-screen TVs tuned to a local news channel. And when Dome Dog happened to glance their way, his attention was riveted by what he saw.
A bank robbery? Better turn up the sound.
Reports are sketchy at this hour, but it appears a gang of armed thugs have blown the bank door and are demanding safe passage out of town. They claim to have one hostage, a young woman reportedly wearing an outfit the robbers are calling, quote, a yellow superhero unitard, unquote.
Lily, I can't believe it. I gotta go help her now.
Just a second, Dome Dog.
Oh, I'd love to chat, sir, but I gotta get going. There's a bank robbery going down.
I know. I've been watching the news too, but unfortunately, Dome Dog, I can't let you do that.
What?
Your contract. There's a standard clause in it about dangerous off-field activities. We specifically included a section in yours prohibiting crime fighting.
What?
If you didn't read it, that's not our fault.
Are you telling me I gotta stand by and watch this?
The police have the building surrounded. Let the professionals handle it.
You don't understand. There's somebody... I have to get there.
If you do, you'll be breaking your contract.
I don't care about that. Please get out of my way.
You should care about it, Dome Dog. If you'd read that contract, you'd know there was a very particular rider attached to your dangerous activity clause. If you violate that clause of your contract, we will sue you for either a sum of $10 million or your mask.
What?
You heard me. If you walk out that door, you'll either have to pay us a sum of money you certainly don't have or reveal your secret identity. You've already made a few enemies in the criminal world. If your identity is known, your family, your friends, no one will be safe.
I can't. I have to. I have to run out that door. I have to help.
Then God help you, Dome Dog. And God help me.
Will Dome Dog reach Mustard Girl in time? Will the hunter escape to continue his bizarre, privilege-fueled web of crime? Can the noble Vikings find a way out of the web of deceit they become entangled in and let Dome Dog follow his higher calling? Answers to these questions and more next time on Dome Dog! Dome Dog Issue 2, The Rise of the Hunter, was written by Jeffrey Adams based on characters created by Harley Droba. Our talented cast included Justin Kapla, Jim Yunt, Jeffrey Adams, Aela Mackintosh as Mustard Girl, and Harley Droba as Dome Dog. Dome Dog and the Icebox Radio Theater are not affiliated with the Minnesota Vikings or the National Football League. This program copyright 2009 by the Icebox Radio Theater, all rights reserved. Visit them on the web at iceboxradio.org.
It can be in the sound of the orchestra preparing, or in the sound of a sculptor working in stone, or even in the sound of laughter from inside a theater. It is the sound of art being created, and for over 3 decades, the sound of art being created has rung loud and clear in northeastern Minnesota. The Arrowhead Regional Arts Council has been encouraging local arts development in northeastern Minnesota through grants and services for over 35 years. Every year, they give out more than $500,000 to local artists and arts organizations, and that helps create $40 million in revenue and jobs created. To find out more about our arts programs or how you can get involved, visit aracouncil.org. The Arrowhead Regional Arts Council, where the arts flourish, you thrive.